line to b2 or to d4 even, like just attacking the g7 pawn with a mating threat.
But you see what he's doing. Every move, he is forcing Firouzja to calculate knight takes e4, and Alireza has no choice. He has to assess that move. He's down under a minute, and flagging now becomes a serious consideration. Knight takes e4 is on the board, and we're going to see queen b2. The knight will drop back to f6, and black is hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Instead, he goes queen to d4.
But knight takes h6 with check, the g-pawn takes, the f6 knight is loose. I mean, the black king is not safe at all here, and now Firouzja down under a minute on the clock.
And he's got to take back with the knight. If he takes with the queen, apparently there's knight takes g7, and then this move b4 to dislodge the rook from the 5th rank, and that might win the game. Wesley can win with the knight takes g7, and he found it.
Wow, he finds it, because b4 kicks the rook off the 5th rank, and then knight h5 check is devastating. What a tactical spot from Wesley So.
Oh my lands, girl. And how crazy is it, Robert, that there isn't a single square, not one, on the 5th rank that the rook can move to. He's got to allow knight f5. Firouzja keeps the game going, though. He's going to try some sort of sacrifice on g2 to force a perpetual check.
Oh, and that's scary. Knight f5, check, the king moves back, queen f6. Rook g2, there's king h1 maybe in some of these positions?
There's also king g2 and king g3, and I think he escapes the checks, but it might be a moot point, Robert. 20 seconds for Alireza. No increment. He's got to move.
And if rook takes g2 is played and doesn't work, it loses on the spot. So that means that Firouzja, who's down to 14 seconds, he is not going to be able to find a way out of this.
And Wesley should trade queens. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Trade queens. Flag him.
Can he just go queen d8 check, queen d8, queen takes c7, and then rinse and repeat?
I wouldn't. I would only be looking at my opponent's clock, but he is playing this objectively. Careful now. This is lost. King f3. There's no check. There is no perpetual here. No way. No way there's a perpetual.
There's only a check on e2 after the king went to f3. Instead, it goes to g3. And now there are no more checks. That means the game is Wesley's. There's a resignation, and Wesley So breathes for the first time since the 5+1 tie.
That's exactly right.